Good evening, Los Santos. Welcome to a new issue of Los Santos Journalist, the San Andreas Network News. We started with the news this week. On the morning of Sunday, August 13, a large-scale forest fire broke out between Mulholland and Red County. Let's go with the report.
Good night. Morning fall here in Mulholland. Near the main fishing zone of Red County there was a fire of great proportions that affected the mobility, tranquility and routine activities of those who reside in this sector. 3 machines and several members of the Los Santos Fire Department battled the fire for about 3 hours until they were able to control the fire by preventing further expansion through the wooded area. The incident did not leave affected people, except some neighbors who required medical assistance due to inhalation of the smoke caused by the flame. Other causes for which the conflagration has been initiated are unknown. However, specialists in the subject have the hypothesis of having as guilty a group of citizens who frequent the place to consume tobacco, leaving the butts of their cigarettes lit in the soil, and is the major probable cause of the forest fire. In this way, we reiterate our call to citizens to be aware of these facts. Report Falak Ghalli from Red County to Los Santos Journalist.
Continuing with the news, not for the fire crack at Palomino Creek. A house located in one of the alleys of the village was cremated in accidental causes.
Here in Palomino Creek, where a fire struck a small house located in this alley. The Los Santos Fire Department fire units are on the scene doing their best to extinguish the flames quickly. We still do not know if people are trapped. After a long time fighting the flames, we were able to talk to Captain Sabrina Valens. This is what he told us.
The structural fire was caused by a kitchen in poor condition. This caused the gas balloon to explode, which started the fire. Injured, yes. Injured by burns and inhalation of fumes. A dog. Although you do not believe it was derived to a veterinarian, in the department we have the task of saving lives of both people and animals, achieving our goal this time.
Well, we will keep an eye on this last day streak of fires at Palomino Creek. Report Harrison Moschella to Los Santos Journalist.
Thank you very much, Harrison. Over the last few days the public order situation in Idlewood has been worrying the citizens. More and more fights, shootings, violence and the dead in this sector. There are irregularities in the actions of the authorities. Sarah will tell us what has been happening in Idlewood.
Good evening. As Ibrahim tells us, the perception of insecurity here in Idlewood is ever greater due to constant criminal acts that alter the calm of the place. I will tell you the latest events of the place, where we have been present in the last days. The first fact is perhaps the most isolated of the criminal nucleus. This is the outcome of a persecution that took place all over Los Santos and ended right here in Idlewood when the driver of the vehicle type burrito hit another citizen. Once crashed, he tried to flee but his luck only lasted 2 streets thanks to the immediate reaction of the authorities. Of the fact is not known the identity of the delinquent who was transferred to the federal prison and will face charges for obstruction to the justice. But as I was telling you, this is just the beginning of what our cameras captured. On Sunday, August 13th, after a street fight, more than 10 people were captured by different positions. Some of these individuals were caught with firearms and a certain amount of drugs. These are the pictures. And that's not all. On August 15th, after a night fight, 3 individuals were injured. The perpetrators fled in a Savannah-type vehicle after noticing the immediate presence of the authorities. All the wounded were taken care of in the same place and 2 of them were transferred to the hospital at Jefferson. Being taken care of were captured after stories of the witnesses and images of security cameras confirming that they were part of the altercation. But that's not all. Nothing more than 2 blocks from the scene and almost simultaneously appeared a shooting in which an unknown man was shot with 7 shots in the skull. Authorities are tracking the culprit after failing to find evidence that would incriminate the suspects present on the scene. But whoever believes it, this is not all. A few nights later and after confused acts of violence between some individuals, members of the departments with jurisdiction seized the sector to capture those responsible. The detail is that many witnesses agree that it was an arbitrary act as they simply captured those who they were running into the sector without being a problem. One of the captured reports that he is the keeper of the pizzeria, tells how after a fight the police arrived and captured everyone who was in the sector. There was even an injured person, a girl who was hit by a police officer with one of his patrols. Being in the place, we hear how the present agents without more humanity made racist comments towards all present. This makes us think that witnesses are right that the same authorities promote racial hatred and incite violence both with their words and with their acts. The images are subject of investigation by high ranks of the departments involved. Well, a few nights later a new event occurred. An official assigned to San Andreas Sheriff's Department was run over by a civilian vehicle. This generated an immediate reaction on the part of the authorities realizing control to all the present, which generated certain altercations that did not pass 2 majors. All these facts are worrisome, and despite so many inconveniences it seems that the authorities prefer to only make raids when something happens instead of making permanent presence in the place, guaranteeing a minimum of prevention of so many violent acts. The data provided by the Los Santos Fire Department and nearby sources of the Los Santos Police Department confirm that an average of 55 injured from this area are transferred each month, in addition to having a monthly average of 20 homicides. We will keep an eye on developments in the area. Sarah Smith reports to Los Santos Journalist.
As Sarah says, we will continue to look at these grave developments in this sector. In other news, those responsible for the fire were captured at highway transports. Evidence presented by crime victims confirms the identity of those caught. These were transferred to the local penitentiary and will fulfill their condemnation by the vandalic, terrorist and criminal acts caused to that company. Well, these were the facts that are news for this week. Look forward to our next broadcast. Details of the arrival of New Horizons Studios to the state, the first audio-visual producer in the city to be managed by San Andreas Network, as well as the details of its first film production in the city. In a week we see again with all the news and information of the city. I am Ibrahim Salem and this was the Santos Journalist of San Andreas Network.